Something strange is happening with British holiday makers this summer, and that's that we're playing home and away, as it were. A lot of people, 13 million people in the UK, are planning to go on holiday both abroad and at home, both outside the UK and inside the UK this summer. Some new research that's been released today reveals that a lot of Brits will be doubling up on their summer holidays this year. The new study for QuickFit, the UK's leading automotive service and repair company, found that 13.5 million of us are going to be going on both holidays, foreign and domestic, this summer. 13 million people's like coming up to a quarter of the population of the country, so it's a lot of people. That's more people than there are in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland combined, comfortably. The research showed that around 4.5 million people who will be spending their main UK holiday in the summer will also be going abroad as well. Almost double that number, 8.9 million, will have their main holiday overseas, will be also going on summer breaks in the UK. Whether it's a UK break, a foreign trip or both, many holiday makers will be relying on their car to get them there. Some 16 million people say they'll use their car as their main mode of transport for at least one of their summer holidays. Because obviously you can go on holidays outside the country by actually going in your car as well. That is an option too. You go across the Channel Tunnel, you get a ferry across to Ireland, do whatever you want. 15 million people are going to use their car to get to a UK destination and covering an average of 367 miles, with 7% of them clocking up over 1,000 miles in total. I mean, the UK is great for some road trips, to be fair. I did a road trip around Scotland a couple of years ago. That was one of the best holidays I've ever had in my life, and that was just because of COVID, because we couldn't fly, you know? So, I mean, I definitely recommend it. The research from QuickFit also finds that those are heading overseas in their own car this summer, accounting for just over 4.5 million holiday makers, travelling an average of 635 miles, although 8% will top a whopping 2,000 miles. So that's like going to Spain or Germany or the Netherlands or something like that. That's a long way. That's a long, long way. This Friday, the 26th of July, sees the start of the big getaway, because holidays have just started now, really, for some holidays for schools. So 3.4 million drivers are going to hit the road for their main holiday over the following 2 weeks. Despite that, many drivers are going to set out on very lengthy journeys, a significant proportion of which will get into their cars without making any checks before heading the road. I mean, we talked about this before on this channel, you know, a lot of people are going on the roads in the UK illegally, in a sense, because their tyre pressures and stuff aren't correct. You know, there'll be something up with the vehicle, and it amounts to like over half the actual road users in the UK, which is just ridiculous when you think about it. But sadly, that is the case, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, I totally get it. You know, and it's a good bit of good news, because you know we've got the cost of living crisis, of course, and people are really struggling to meet ends meet. And you know, we did bring you news that you know people are actually going to struggle to do little day trips and stuff like that. In the summer, people are actually worried about being able to afford even like a little day trip to the seaside or something. So hearing something like this is actually good. And you know, the amount of people holidaying in the UK is a good thing, I think, for the economy, because it, you know, people are putting straight back into the economy rather than going abroad. But by all means, you know, going abroad's great as well if you can afford it, no problem. But yeah, no, a bit of good news, I'd say, overall. And yeah, just no matter where you're going though, just make sure your car's alright. Just make sure, just inspect, just give the tyres a little kick or something, you know, before heading off. Some people don't even do that. We're all guilty of it at the end of the day, let's be real here. But the last thing you want to do is, you know, disappoint people by a car breaking down or something when there's something you could have done beforehand. So yeah, there's a full article over on the motoringchronicle.com if you want to check it out. I think it's a really good read. There's more information in that than I can go to in this 5-minute video. But yeah, people going on holiday this summer, great news, loving that. And a mix of both going outside the country and staying within the UK too. That's always good to read. But yeah, for more motoring news, advice and everything in between, do keep it tuned right here to the motoringchronicle.com for much more video content just like this.